What's going on, Spooky Tombs, and welcome back to Fright City. My name is Adam. It's time for Fog and Fear and Butterbeer. Oh yeah, we got something to catch up on. But I'm roasting in this car that's off, and I've got the air conditioning off, so I really do have to make this quick. So the previous week, Halloween Horror Nights announced the scare zones, and there's only going to be 4 this time, but it's for a reason. And the first one is going to be called Origins of Horror. That's going to be in Plaza of the Stars. It's going to be the conservatory that we have talked about before. That's going to be the central theme of this year's event, and it was tying into El Artista. It's going to be the conservatory from the manor. You're going to have huge gargoyles, stained glass windows. You're going to have apparently a chainsaw drill team sculptor sort of with statues of the IPs. So we're talking, I guess, Art the Clown. We're talking the Ghoul from Fallout. We're talking Jason Voorhees. And then with what's speculated but pretty much known left, we're also talking about, I'm guessing, Freddy Fazbear. And for the WWE, it's kind of hard to tell because we don't really know exactly what it's going to be focusing on. But I tell you what, if they have a statue of the Fiend or any version of Bray Wyatt, there might be a tear shed or two. That would be so awesome. Yeah, that's Origins of Horror. Wonderful introduction. They're throwing a lot into this. It's not just going to be chainsaw people and whoever the main character is for that year, like it's been for like the last, since I've been going at least. And then, well, that's not fair. The first year I went with the Pumpkin Lord, they also had representatives from all the other like houses or zones there. So anywho, next up, going into Hollywood, is gonna be Masquerade Dance with Death. And this one, you're at a masquerade ball and your fellow partygoers are vampires, and once they take their masks off and reveal themselves, they're gonna kill you. Basically, that's what's what. There's a lot of set pieces out for it now. Obviously, you're not going to show it here because A, don't want to give spoilers if you're not looking for any, and B, there's people who have actually gone out to here, recorded it, or taken pictures of it, so it's not my footage or pictures to take. Okay, I'm sorry, I was melting at a rate a lot faster than I was expecting. So, yeah, like I said, there's footage and pictures out there from a lot of good accounts on YouTube and Instagram showing what they have so far up for Masquerade, and it's awesome. I encourage you to check it out. I can cite you to many people, but mainly I would just say check out Kevin Heimbacher, Wicked Thrill Seekers, or Super Enthused on YouTube. They're like my own personal 3 that I see for all the construction updates and what have you. And then over in Central Park, we're going to have the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, which is, of course, about a cat lady, but not just any cat lady, not like a me cat lady, but a cat lady that will turn trick-or-treaters into feral felines. And obviously, you're going to be next. So this one is a little throwback to Slaughter Cinema 2, because in the coming attractions posters in that house, they have it for the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. So here we go, we have Hatchet and Chains, we got Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Slaughter Cinema 2 is still gracing us with wonderful content, even though it is obviously not a house at this point. So that one, they have a whole lot built for that area too, and it looks like the whole Crooked Lane is going to be that piece of Central Park you walk through that's always been a scare zone. And then it seems at the very end, they don't have it built fully just yet, just the stage and the truss, but it looks like the Cat Lady's house will be in the animal actors area. So less scare zones, but they're definitely looking a lot bigger than they used to be. And then, let's see, finally our last scare zone is going to be Mutations, Toxic 20s, where Mafia getaway car makes a BuzzCon truck tip over and toxic waste spills out and turns, obviously, people who are unlucky enough to be in the area into mutants. Obviously, this is taking place in the New York area, and from what I can see, they haven't really built anything for that one yet. But this one also has a throwback Easter egg to it, because BuzzCon is also the same company called BuzzCon that was responsible for the Bugs Eaten Alive stuff. So at some point between the 20s and the 50s, when Bugs took place, they did some rebranding. So it's all connected. And going back to like the sets for Cat Lady of Crooked Lane and Masquerade, there's still got stuff from the overall theme of the event, like stained glass windows and what have you. So I mean, the amount of, immersion is not just a buzzword that's going around corporate. Like, they're being serious about this, and the connectivity is something that I haven't seen in a while. I feel like it's going to be even more connected than HHN 32, when Dr. Oddfellow had his own house and appeared in literally every scare zone. So, yes, those are 4 scare zones, but they also announced something else. There'll be some awesome street experiences. Mel's dying zombies. So, you're running through Masquerade and you're like, oh, the vampires are going to get me. And you think you're safe once you get to Mel's. You would be wrong, because they have zombie bellhops there. Or bellhops? Is that the word? Bar hops? They have zombies at Mel's is what I'm getting at here. So, obviously, this is not a scare zone per se, but classified as a street experience, but still just as spooky. I'm very much looking forward to that. And maybe that will finally push me to finally have a meal at Mel's this year. I've been meaning to for forever. And then the other street experience they announced that same day is Club Horror. And this takes place up in San Francisco, which is where scare zones like the Blumhouse Photo Op and Into the Dark, is that the one? And Shipyard 32. It was something the Dark. That was from HHN 31, where it had the witch making the sacrifice and unleashing the demons and all that. So yeah, San Francisco is officially party zone, and they've got an undead DJ. They're even building a DJ booth for said undead DJ over there, and that one looks a lot of fun. So that's all they announced the week before, and then this coming week was really just construction updates up until Thursday, when they announced that Nightmare Fuel will indeed be returning. They let the Fuel girls spoiling it fuel speculation for a few months, but they finally confirmed Nightmare Fuel will be returning with Circus of Decay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out this one. I finally got to go to a show last year with Nightmare Fuel and Nocturnal Circus, but it was on a Friday, and I'm going to be totally upfront with you. That's when I was day drinking, so I was already hungover, and yeah, I kind of screwed myself there. It was already hot as blue, and yeah, sitting up there with also the flames hitting me. Like I said, I didn't do myself any favors, so yeah. So it'll be a moot point this year for reasons. So yeah, looking forward to checking out Nightmare Fuel again. And then the other show will be called Hauntophonic, A Ghoulish Journey. That's right. The Lagoon Show is back. Very excited for this one. There hasn't been a Lagoon Show since HHN 31, which was my first HHN. And I mean, I didn't know what on earth I was doing at that point, or what on earth I was watching. So very much looking forward to getting back to actually like seeing and appreciating the Lagoon Show more this time. So very much looking forward to that. So that's all we got for HHN announcements. I mean, we're still waiting on them to officially announce FNAF as a house and to confirm that WWE stuff. Okay, yeah, I just cut myself off right there because it was just another minute of me ranting on about when on earth they might release the final 2 IP houses. And today is July 30th when I'm recording this, and for sure yesterday they released the final 2 IP houses. So we've got Five Nights at Freddy's, which we've known for quite a while, between their brand new experience sort of trailer and John Murdy and Matt Flood on IGN saying that it's going to be a house. So we've got Five Nights at Freddy's, and we've got, and I can't believe this is finally like a real thing that is happening now, we finally have WWE presents The Horrors of the Wyatt 6. So the speculation was mostly right. There was like some speculation that, you know, it might be like the horrors of WWE, so we might see some like Undertaker stuff. No, this seems to be purely Wyatt. It's going to be about Wyatt 6. Of course, it's going to explore the other parts of the legacy of Bray Wyatt. Oh my god, the amount of times I'm going to go through that house. Okay, so this is just a quick blurb about that. The next Fog and Fear and Butterbeer, I'll get more into those. I mean, yeah, I'll do like the official showing the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's and the trailer of the Wyatt 6, and then I'm just going to drone on and on about Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt 6 and that whole mythology and try to explain it as best as I possibly can. Cool. Deal? Deal. So with that said, thank you for joining me on Fog and Fear and Butterbeer. Have fun, my spooky chooms, and stay spooky.